5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's close to midnight. Something's lurking in the dark. I'm sorry, I don't know the beginning.
Something evil's.
Something evil's lurking in the dark. It's
Under the moonlight.
under the moonlight.
You see a
You see a
sight?
sight that breaks your heart. You try to scream instead of sentiment imagination.
But terror takes the sound before you make it.
Come on, Rick. Rick, take over. Save us. Save us, Rick.
It's funnier when it goes like that.
Help us. We're drowning.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. This is a special Halloween spooky dookie episode. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Spooky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Tricky Blades.
Sticky Blades.
and I'm
blood on them.
And I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
And Rick is.
I already said Spooky Shucks. I started
That's it.
this.
That's it. You only get
Ricky,
one.
suck your blood and dick.
No. That would be a. Just imagine
That's
your
scary,
intro.
though.
That's
That's
terrifying.
scary. I'm gonna suck the blood out of it. What's up, y'all? I figured, I wanted to do a little Halloween episode just so we could, just for y'all, I wanted to put Nikki Blades in some costumes. You know what I'm saying?
I pretty much begged for this.
Oh, yeah, she loves this shit, bro.
I came back for it.
I remember
She
seeing...
was like, "Can we do it standing today? Can we?"
Can we have multiple angles? We'll need one more, and we can live stream it.
Give him the full fit, Nikki Blades.
I'm gonna stand up one time,
do it.
just from the front. Y'all don't get the back.
Y'all don't get the black unless you...
I don't get the black.
Y'all don't get the back unless you watch my vlog.
Oh god.
I realize these cameras are low, so I have to go from down here.
Yes. And what a special treat. What a special treat. We got a special guest here today, too. You know what?
You know what?
I've been trying to get you on the podcast for a while now. I thoroughly enjoy this person. You might know her as the news reader, special host lady person on Just Kidding News.
And today you're gonna know her as the costume contest winner.
Queen.
Yes, queen.
Make some noise for Tiffany Del Real.
Here comes the queen. She's so classy.
Damn.
Rena Hearts.
She is classy.
You get that from Burger King.
A Burger King?
Burger-
Oh,
yeah,
I forgot about that. No, yeah, exactly. The kids' meal.
You look great.
Thank you. You look freaking fantastic. I'm always like, oh my God, stop being so beautiful.
I do it for you. I did extra today. I did the most today. I really did.
Can y'all hear her?
Can you?
I
And
can't.
Something's low. I think
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of low too.
I feel like her mic is low.
She's a
Yeah,
little
you're
low. I don't know if
really
that's
low.
just because I can hear you low. How is she sounding over there, bro?
How do I sound? This is my voice.
That
This
was better.
This is who I am. This is my essence. Yes? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. My voice is very, very seductive. I'm just kidding. No, it's not.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's better.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, I've seen a bunch of comments saying that you should do like ASMR. Like people
Yeah.
really like your voice.
People really do. I mean, I don't know what it is, but cool.
Hold on. I'm gonna close my eyes. And just say
Okay.
say something soothing.
This is my voice being very soothing. I can read you a book as you fall asleep and dream of me. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
That is nice.
Yeah.
I've listened to meditation tapes that sound like that.
Yeah?
That is pleasant.
Thanks.
I'm not mad.
Thank you.
I'm not mad.
New career path.
Oh, yeah, maybe I
Just add
should. I know, I've been thinking, but see, the thing is, I don't enjoy ASMR myself. It literally, it tickles my inner ear to the point where it freaks me out, and I don't like it. But people like that. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not wearing headphones.
Ah, shit.
Damn it!
I'm glad I'm not, because they're right here.
I was about to say. I'm like, how is she not cringing right?
Right?
now?
Oh, no.
I picked that up right away.
Especially the mouth noises. Oh, my gosh. I can't take it.
Yeah, somebody, I was doing, I do the mukbangs on occasion, and somebody's like, Tim, you need to smack more. We need more chewing noises. I was like,
No.
no,
So good.
never.
Mm-mm.
And then, for me, the open mouth chewing is kind of a, What are the one of those? What are the one things that like? It's like a if someone does it, then you don't want to date them anymore. It's
Deal
a
breaker?
Deal breaker.
Oh.
Pet peeve?
Pet peeve and a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Pretty gross.
I always say that if I met like a beautiful woman and she chewed like that, I would be instantly turned off.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do
There's-
it.
I know.
Yeah, I don't find it sexy, but because Tway does it, and I've asked before what are people looking for, and you said that's one of the
they
things.
want that. Like however you hear her eating videos is not how she eats. They like that. But it's crazy because she used to be watching videos, and at first I was just like, damn, she watches a lot of porn. Not gonna judge, do your thing. But then one day I was just like, yo, what do you even search for this kind of porn? It's so slurpy. And it was just some little Asian girl eating noodles. I was like, oh.
Interesting.
Ah.
Well, how about you, Tiff? You got any deal breakers in dating relationships? Things that a man does that grosses you
Oh,
out?
definitely the lip smacking thing. And Casey, my husband, he actually, when we first started dating, he did eat like that. And I was like, oh, baby, please, 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 can you stop? Like, my skin is crawling. I'm going to vomit. I literally can't take
He
this.
doesn't chew anymore.
Swallows the whole thing.
No, but then, so my son, Isaac, when we went to Japan, everyone there, we were eating ramen. That was our very first meal. And everyone was slurping up. And he had always wanted a slurp because being at home and with me, it's like, no, you don't make any noise when you eat. But in Japan, he was like slurping it up. And then it was cute because he goes, Mommy, can I slurp? And I'm like, okay, baby, yes, we're in Japan, go ahead. And he goes, like extra slurping.
He's like, this is the only time I'm gonna get to do this.
Finally. Yeah, they deserve. They believe that it makes it taste better when you slurp the noodles like that.
Yeah, because then you're putting air in your mouth and yeah, exactly, aerating
I
it.
get bloated.
Yeah.
All that air
Yeah.
you're taking in.
Yeah.
See,
true.
I was talking to David one time, and he thought that was like an Asian thing, like all Asians like be slurping, and like, but that wasn't true in my house at all. Like my parents were like, don't chew loudly. That slurping
great.
shit is gross.
They raised you right.
You know. So yeah, never my thing. So does Casey still schmack?
Sometimes he'll go off and I'm like giving him a look, like the death stare, and I'm like, please, if you want me to vomit on your plate right now, I'll keep going. Cause
I will make you slurp this up.
Yeah.
Ew.
And then as soon as you leave the house, he's like, thank God.
Oh yeah, he goes off. Also, cooking fish in the house. Anytime he's cooking fish, I'm like, but why does it have to be so stinky? Because my nose is like really sensitive. Especially like if I smell something, it angers me if it like disturbs my peace.
Okay, so what are the house rules? What are the definite no's when you enter Tiff's house?
Oh, it's do not
Definitely
fart.
knows.
No farting. No farting in front of other people. Yeah.
Oh, loud.
Wait, how about in front
Yeah.
of you?
Well, okay, particularly me. No farting in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, both my boys, they end up going into a different room, and I don't care if I hear it because whatever, it's the smell. That's the part that I'm just like, no, don't be farting near me, and if I smell it, I'm gonna get very mad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that as a house rule before.
I
Yeah.
love that we're all like, you don't like people farting? Weirdo.
It's just like it makes sense because you have your husband and your son. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I get it. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about like if guests come.
Oh, no.
If guests come over, you're like, don't fart in my face. Don't do that.
No, if guests come over, the first thing is, oh, can you please take your shoes off?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What if the boys know that their fart isn't gonna smell? Are they allowed to fart in front of you?
You can't know that for sure.
I don't
just
know,
can't.
man. I know when when I'm farting because of certain foods I ate that just make me gassy. That like dairy farts for me don't stink. I just get very gassy.
Interesting.
I'm not sure if her son knows that yet about himself.
That's true. He's only 12.
He's only 12. He doesn't know his cheese farts are.
Man,
he
I don't
definitely-
know, man. Well, you'll never know if they keep going in the other room.
True.
I mean, I don't need to know. It's okay.
Interesting.
I don't need to find out.
Okay, so then you're also not farting in front of people.
Oh no, I don't.
Have you ever farted in front of Casey?
By accident. Like
Hell.
sometimes, or like if we're falling asleep. There's been times where usually he falls asleep before me, but sometimes when I'm falling asleep and then like a fart comes out and I wake myself up and I'm like,
My dog
good?
does that.
Hilarious. You've been holding it in all day.
yeah,
Soon
exactly.
as
Your
you
body's
release, it's like,
thank
let's go.
God.
No, seriously, because I don't want to inconvenience other people with my smells.
Wow.
I remember one time I was laying with Chia. We were cuddled up, and she was asleep, and she let out like I felt just a little silent fart on my leg, and I was like, and I looked over, and I was like, that was cute, man.
Aw,
That's
Yeah.
love.
that's adorable.
Different.
Different.
I'm a smell person too. Like I hate that
Right.
shit. And my girl cooks all the time, but I'm not an asshole like you.
Oh, I'm definitely an asshole.
I just like
It's a matriarchy in my household.
that's funny. I see it as a project. I'm like, okay, how I'm gonna get this smell out the couch? Google. Oh, vodka gets stuff out of front. Okay, I fucking go
Nice.
buy vodka. I spray the couch down. It worked.
Yeah.
But I have so many different smell good and odor remover things in the house. I'm just ready. Like, oh, you cooking today? Bet. Battle stations.
Nice.
Yeah, Rick sent me a picture of a vodka bottle the other day. He was like, all right, I'm going all in, or whatever you said. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
shit.
said I'm off the wagon.
Off the wagon. Yeah, because, Rick had his first drink for the first time.
When?
By accident.
Wait, like first time in your whole life?
Yes.
What?
I don't drink. I never wanted to.
And you don't drink coffee either, right? Do I remember that
I'm not
correctly?
like against coffee, but it's not a thing that I like. But yeah, basically I got tricked into drinking some a little bit of beer that I thought was just butter beer.
Uh-oh.
So now my streak is over.
He's tainted.
Aw.
Speaking of which, you want a shot? You want to drink?
I
this?
do.
All right, let's do it.
I'm down.
We got that.
Oh, no,
we got the Cambodian cognac that we sipped when we were shooting JK News. We also got some more tequila. That's some tequila right there.
What is that?
That one might hit. That one is good, but it's like
What does that mean?
It'll make it hard for you to talk.
You want to smell it first?
Well, this
No,
is,
if I
have we
smell, I'm
have we
gonna
had that one
gag.
before?
I don't know if we've had this. This is
I can't smell things.
it's aged. It's also an aged tequila. It's some añejo shit. So
yeah. I just
I
put
should've
lotion
been
on.
Super stinky today.
Oh, just to piss
Yeah,
me
just
off.
to fuck with you.
Damn it. Just kidding.
yeah, shit. Let's take.
Fuck
Let's,
it. I
let's,
smelled it.
are we sipping or shooting?
Smelled
Yeah, no, I like it.
I can't sip alcohol
Let's
alone.
shoot it.
Yeah.
Right.
Halloween!
That looks disgusting.
Halloween, y'all!
No, when I walked in, I
Tell
thought
me why I
he was
look.
naked.
He said that looks disgusting. I'm all.
Ooh, where?
I've told the story about this outfit on Halloween before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
This is our year 2. We didn't dress up last year, did we? Did we do anything for Halloween last year?
No, because I totally forgot.
Oh, yeah.
The days because we pre-shoot these episodes, so
Yeah.
I forgot that. Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention to it.
Cheers. Thank you for
Cheers.
coming
Cheers.
in.
Cheers. All right.
Cheers.
I've been bumping that new Taylor Swift folklore album because it's just, it's time to cuddle up and listen to some chill white girl music, And that's why I like to listen on some Raycon earbuds. The best way to listen is using a pair of premium wireless earbuds, especially if you can get them at less than half the price of the other guys. Here's the thing about it, right? Raycon's newest model, the Everyday E25 earbuds, are their best ones yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, a more compact design, and a noise isolating fit. Literally, I go jogging with them. I like the way they fit nice and snug into my ears. Nothing dangling, nothing hanging. It's great, okay? Raycon earbuds are stylish and discreet, and it was founded by Ray J and other celebrities like Mike Tyson, J.R. Smith. And guess what? You should give them a try because Raycon has a 45-day free return policy, so you can make sure they're the pair of wireless earbuds for you. And just for y'all, I got a special discount. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/nochaser for a limited time. That's buyraycon.com/nochaser for a special 15% discount on Raycon wireless earbuds. Make sure to check it out now while the deal's running. Buyraycon.com/nochaser. Hey, it's finally getting cold outside, and you know what that means. You're gonna be inside, you got nothing to do, so might as well have some sex. And if you like sex, you'll love BlueChew.com. You can go make a baby like I did. Blue Chew offers men a performance enhancement for the bedroom. Now, wouldn't you like to last longer and go extra rounds? I would. Your boy's getting a little older, and sometimes you bust once, you just want to go to sleep. But Blue Chew, will help you out. At BlueChew.com, you can get the first chewables with the same active ingredients, sildenafil and tadalafil, which are the same active ingredients as in Viagra and Cialis. Chewables can work faster than pills, up to twice as fast, and the chewables from BlueChew.com can be taken on a full or empty stomach, all right? Online physician consult is free, so it's cheaper than those other two, Viagra and Cialis. And it only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician, and if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly. No in-person doctor visit, no awkward conversation, no waiting in line at a pharmacy, and it ships directly to your door in discreet packaging. Blue Chew gives you confidence in bed every time. You and your partner will love it. Chew it and do it. And here's a great deal for you guys, all right? Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use promo code TIM, because you know your boy needs a little boost once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get it in and you just want to go to sleep, but Blue Chew will help you go extra rounds, all right? Just pay $5 shipping. That's BLUEChew.com, promo code Tim. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
That got sent to me as like a gift, and I didn't know that. I didn't know what it was.
It tastes good cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
that's
never
good
had
shit.
cold tequila.
Never ever?
No.
I always get my tequila chilled whenever I have it, even when I'm
So
sipping
smart.
the Clase Azul shit.
I had to do that with the Patron. The Patron Silver had to be cold. There was no way to drink it hot.
That
Yeah.
feels nice. It's like a blanket
All right.
inside.
Well,
my body.
welcome to
All
the
right.
show. All
right.
Hi. Rick's sitting there. He's like, these weirdos are at it again.
Well, while we're on Halloween, you got any crazy Halloween stories or scary stories?
Scary stories. I mean, I'm Mexican. I've had a lot of ghost encounters.
Yeah,
it's
'cause
part of
you're-
our culture.
Because you're a fucking bruja.
I am a bruja. Dude, honestly, recently I've been having a lot of these weird I sound so crazy. I've been having these weird like sixth sense things where like in the corner of my eye I'll see something move, but then sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, it's just my eyelash. But no, or like so we just bought a house this year, and in the closet, thank you. In the closet,
Congrats.
thank you. In the closet,
Congrats.
in the back of the closet, one of the lights. Stop it.
It's like she's back on JK News.
She's like, God,
Seriously.
I just want to read this
I'm like,
fucking
geez.
story.
I can never speak. No. Okay, so this light keeps flickering on and off, and it's not constant. So I don't know what it is. I've been too lazy to like bust out a ladder and actually check the electrical thing or whatever, but it seems to only happen when like some shit's going down and I'm on the phone, because the closet's like the most soundproof room in our house.
Okay.
So that's where I go to take my calls or FaceTime or whatever. And whenever there's something like bad energy happening, that light flickers like crazy. And I'm like,
So
what
you go into the
fuck?
closet to handle business.
Yeah.
You turn the light on in the closet.
Yeah.
And then when shit's weird, it flickers.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something.
So do you do any cleansing when that type of stuff happens? Like, do you have any
should.
ceremonies that you do?
I don't, but I really should, because Nikki, like, she ends up doing, she actually gifted me sage last year for my birthday, and I've been wanting to like do it, but I just don't know like what to do or how to do it. I don't know.
Do you? Does anybody in here sage?
I don't. Nah, I don't sage. Before I officially moved into the house I'm in now, we've been there for like 2 years now. And if you remember, Rick, you know, I had bought it, but I wasn't staying there for like the first 6 months because I was still moving out of my condo and there was no furniture in the new house. And it would have just been me in this big ass house and no furniture, right? But then I was like, let me just start trying to sleep there, get comfortable. So there was like one mattress there. And always in the back of my mind, there was like, you know, because it's a bigger house than what I had before. So I would always be like, what if there's like squatters in the walls or some shit?
What in the wall?
Because, you know,
So you were worried about actual humans,
well, actual
not
I mean,
spirits.
or spirits or whoever, because, you know, this was a completely flipped house. So who knows what happens prior, right? And then there were nights where, you know, you're in an empty house. Houses make noise sometimes. So it's like I'm not used to the noises of the house. And then also like there's one time I fucking was just walking around and one of like the panels was like open, you know? And I was like, was that always like that? So every noise is like, is someone crawling around in this house watching me?
I hate that we grew up super spiritual, very spiritual. A lot of weird things have happened.
Yeah.
And I moved into my apartment, and one of the things that made me pick this particular place was that it felt nice. I was like, okay, this feels good.
Yeah.
So I was there.
Energy is important when you're about to move into a new place.
Hell
For sure.
yeah. And I have a dog, so he didn't pick up on anything. If you guys know, animals are supposed to be more sensitive to those types of things. So everything was cool. One night, and I was sober, one night something woke me up, and I lean up, and mind you, I keep a salt lamp in my room.
And it wasn't a fart.
And it wasn't a fart.
Okay.
I didn't scare myself. My dog wasn't home, so it was just me this particular day. When I woke up, I sat straight up, and there was someone sitting next to me. Yeah. So
What?
there was someone sitting next to me, and it was a dark figure, and it was sitting
Shadow man.
sitting straight up like this in my bed. It was under the blankets, and it sat like this, and it didn't move, and I didn't say anything. And then
Were you paralyzed, like sleep paralysis?
see, now that might be what it was, because I know we've had discussions about that before. So it sat up, and I said, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
And then it disappeared.
Oh,
so
you were able to speak though. So
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't sleep paralysis.
So one of the things my dad always taught me was you're supposed to cuss at them. Then they go away. So I called my dad, and my dad's very connected. So he's like, oh, I was waiting for you to call me. And I was like, how do you know I'm up? And it was like 2:00 in the morning.
How did he know?
My dad is weird like that. I call him every time I have a bad dream or something happens. So
that's cute.
so I had to ask him. I said, hey, has grandpa came to talk to you yet? So my grandpa passed away. And he goes, no, he hasn't came to talk to me. That's not who was there. And then he was asking me all these questions, and he's like, nah, I don't think that there's anything bad. He goes, but you've been listening to some weird stuff at night, because I do sleep hypnosis.
Oh.
So I do,
What? What's that?
sleep hypnosis. What it says? It's one of those like talk you down, deep meditation.
Oh, okay,
It helps, like how you like to lucid dream.
Yeah.
There's certain things that can help you get into those states.
Okay.
So he told me, he said, hey, you need to back off. You got to back off from doing that, because you're opening yourself up again.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So he said, he goes, I don't think there's anything bad. He goes, did you feel threatened? I said, no, I didn't feel threatened. I felt like somebody was watching me, like they wanted to say something. Nothing really weird. It was strange. So he said, stop opening yourself up, because when you ask for it, they will come.
Yeah.
And you better be ready. So it's the same thing. No Ouija boards, no scene, no medium, like none of that stuff.
I don't fuck with Ouija boards.
Nope,
man. And this
me neither.
might be the just 10 years of Christian school I went to, but they would always tell me, if you open that door, something
Yep.
will come in. So I was like, I'm not fucking with that shit. You know
Dude, even if you don't open the door, shit happens. Cause
what happened to you?
oh my God. So this one, like the scariest encounter, it wasn't even through me, it was through Isaac. So we were in Mexico. I was staying at my sister's house. Isaac was about 3 years old. He was 3 years old. And I had gotten fucking wasted that day. Like I got so drunk, because that was the first time I had seen my sister in 3 years. So that first night we partied it up. I got really drunk. I ended up passing out in her bedroom, which was at the end of her house was kind of like a really narrow kind of home. So her bedroom was all the way at the end. And as soon as you turn off the lights, it's like pitch black.
Right. And this is in Mexico?
In Mexico. Yeah. So then Isaac went to go check up on me, and he was like, and then he came running, crying to my sister. And my sister was like, what's wrong? And then Isaac was like, the little girl's not letting me talk to my mommy.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I know. So then she goes, so apparently my sister already knew this little girl, because she like haunts their home frequently or whatever. So she was like, oh, she's just like an innocent soul or whatever. So, but then Isaac was crying, and he was trying to tell my sister that this little girl, every time he would come to me and try to talk to me, the little girl would go, ah. Yeah. And then so that was the first night that I got there. I stayed there for 2.5 weeks. And like about 4 days before I had to come home, that's when my sister tells me about that incident. And I was like, bitch, what? I am out of here. Peace out. I'm going to go sleep at my grandma's. So I ended up staying at my grandma's for the rest of my trip. But that shit freaked me the fuck out. And then I asked Isaac, I'm like, hey, Isaac, so what was the little girl like? Like, do you remember her? And he was like, yeah, she was crying, and she was just going, Every time I wanted to talk to you, mommy, I couldn't talk to you. She wasn't letting me talk to you. And I'm like,
Damn.
fuck this. I'm never staying in this house ever again.
Because that little girl was
Ever
looking
again.
for a mommy
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah.
She wanted you.
That shit's scary. And then also, not just that, but then during that trip, before my sister told me about that first night, throughout the trip, every time I turned off the lights, I always felt like something was there. Like I felt another presence and I couldn't put my finger on it. So every night, because there was a bathroom inside that room, so I would turn on the bathroom light on and I'd sleep with the light on because I'm like, someone's here. Like I could feel it. And then when she tells me that, like, yeah, there's a little girl that's haunting this house. I'm like,
Oh my god.
what the fuck?
Why would you not lead with that?
Exactly.
That's coming over
She
here.
wanted you to stay. That's why she's like, oh, if I tell her now, she's not going to stay. I'm just going to be selfish.
I know.
sister.
I'm like, dude.
Something I still do to this day, and you know, like I said, this is after like 10 years of Christian school, right? They would always tell you, if you walk into a room and you feel something is not right, that's the devil. So just be like, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And like, look, I don't go to church at all. You know,
My rebuke game strong.
my rebuke game is strong. I talk to God on occasion,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know, we have our own conversations, but definitely when I walk into even my own living room at night to grab some water and I feel, and it might just be my own brain fucking with me, but when I'm like,
Mostly is.
oh man, because you know how sometimes you just be like, oh, what if there's a spirit in here right now? And then you start to freak yourself out, but I still be like, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God. One of my homegirls is very much into that. She's very into spirituality, spirits, and her journey. And she has a lot of stuff. So there's been times where she told me, I'm going to give you these things, and I need you to put these in certain places. Because she would say it without saying that there's something kind of going on. And I'm like, okay, I just move stuff. And one time we were in my car, and I have there's a piece that hangs in my mirror. And if I pick up my phone, it starts swinging like crazy. Yeah, it starts swinging like crazy. And we could be going straight, and then all of a sudden, if I go to mess with my phone. Now, it could be whatever the phone is giving off and is
like
causing it to go.
electromagnetic
But
field or something.
you know, whatever it is. So, but in my mind, it goes, okay, something's telling me get off my phone. So I always put it down when I see it start to go. And my friend was in the car one day, and the thing started swinging, and she started laughing. Because she saw me put it up, she said, "You did exactly what you were supposed to do." And I was like, "Okay." So I have a nice little phone holder in my car now, and I don't text and drive. She did, but it was one of those. You know when somebody laughs and you're like, "Bitch, what do you know that you're not?" It was that type of laugh, and I just was like, "Okay, I'm good." I believe, some people radiate at a higher frequency and they pick up on
Dude, that's
other
what
things.
I feel like I've been tapping into more recently, which is what I was saying earlier. Well, I'm like, I fucking sound crazy.
Nah, don't worry. We talked about a lot of
But
stuff.
listen, so I've been having, ever since I was a really little girl. Okay, when I was a little girl, when I'd be falling asleep, I would hear voices coming into my ear. And if I didn't cover my ear somehow, so I always sleep with my hair covering my ear. But whenever I don't, sometimes I'll still hear the voices. They'll come in and they go, Tiffany.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Hair looks better when it's
I look great with that middle part. I'm just kidding.
We talked about the middle part. Rick, have you had any experiences like that?
A bunch.
A bunch?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. But one of the most notable ones, old apartment, I live with my mom and my sister, and the TV would do a thing. It would change channels by itself, go up and down, volume up and down. But I was like, this is an old TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it happened more frequently, so I told my mom, and she got that face. Like
The
your
face, yeah.
So I'm like, shit, right? So then the stove would turn on by
Oh,
itself.
hell.
damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell.
So I'm like,
They're trying to kill you guys.
that's what it felt like. So one night, my mom was like, all right, we got to see what's up. She takes all the knobs off the stove, and we're all in the kitchen.
What?
It's like, oh.
Y'all were like, I'm taking all of our. Let's
Wait,
now.
this was in Paramount?
Yeah, but not anywhere you've ever been before, like when I was a little kid.
Wow.
So she did her thing, talking to who she had to talk to. I was like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to bed, and that was kind of the end of that. The TV did a little more. The stove never came back on. The stove coming on by itself was pretty fucking scary.
It's always strange because the more you dig into that world, you see that there's certain things that they pick and that they choose. And energy is one of those that it can connect with and to also be aware of. I know you were talking about sage. So sage doesn't necessarily clear out spirits. It's supposed to clear out space to bring in good. To bring in good spirit. Everybody has but everybody has like different beliefs too. So you gotta like this can go into some deeper stuff.
In my head when you were like, it doesn't necessarily like clean out spirits. I just imagined like you being like, it just makes it smell good for the spirits. And the spirits being like, I don't like the way sage smells. I'm out.
I'm gone.
Kind of like citronella for mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Like to deter them.
And there's this theory about your having lemons in your house.
Oh.
That if a lemon rots, it's absorbing the negative energy.
Dude, my dad growing up, he was like super into like the whole like spiritual stuff. And he, as a little girl, and I think this is prevalent in all Mexican culture, but as a little girl, he would get a raw egg and cleanse me with this raw egg all the time. He would always, and then he'd crack it and throw it in the trash or something. I don't remember, but little rituals like
you would take the whole egg, right? And it's supposed to absorb it. Yeah. So you take the egg. I don't know why, but I've heard of that too. There's a lot of interesting things that you could do. It depends on your culture too.
Wow, if I did that, it would be over easy.
How?
The egg would be over easy.
Over easy.
Oh my God.
It wasn't me this time.
Damn it.
I met a guy on a plane one time. I don't know if I've shared this
Every story sounds good when I met a guy on a plane one time.
Yeah, it's true. I was sitting next to this man. It's an older white guy.
Biggest dick of it.
It was crazy. Best time of my life. No, this man's dick was a ghost. No.
You didn't rebuke that spirit.
He had a sheet on it. I thought it was a ghost. No, this older white dude was next to me on the plane. We just started randomly talking, right? And I don't know if I shared this story because the last time we even talked about spirits or anything, it was when Batoon was on.
Yes.
And this man was like telling me how he's definitely one of these people who's always like been very connected to spirits, and they like come like they visit him all the time, and like the more he opened himself up to it, the more they would come to him, right? And specifically, he told me like he went to some store that his friend wanted him to visit because he knew they knew there were spirits there, and he was like, oh, he saw them like everywhere. And then he was like, it got to a point with him though that it was annoying because he had opened the door already, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, man, it would be points where I'm driving through an intersection and maybe an accident happened there or something, but the spirits, they know when you can see them. So he would be chilling at the red light and they'd be like, oh, hey, you can see me. You can see me. And he'd be like, oh, God, please, leave me alone. Not today. Not today. I don't feel like it.
Could you imagine Tim having that ability? Like, no.
Oh, God. I'd be curving everybody. They'd be in my face. I'm like,
Nope, don't see nothing.
Dude, that shit's scary. I mean, I've never experienced anything like in that level at all, but definitely there's some certain situations, certain rooms I'll enter where I'm like, there's someone here. And I can't put my finger on it. And then recently, so I was doing this thing with a friend where we had playing cards. And I was like, listen, I can't explain this and I can't force it. And if I do, it won't work. But I can probably tell you which card is this card or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. So then we laid out 4 cards and I was like, all right, hearts or whatever. And then it'll turn it around. And I tried it 4 times because once I actually try to do it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird 6th sense feeling. And kind of, so I talked about this before, but when I was a little girl too, I would kind of hover my finger over a question, like a multiple choice questions on a test. And most of the time I would get it right. And without and this was only on the questions that I didn't really know. But yeah, I don't know. It's like this weird, feeling, 6th sense feeling where I'm like, it's that one.
Okay. Between 1 and 10, what number am I thinking of right now?
7 came
No,
to mind.
it was 4. Damn it.
If I try, I can't.
I was thinking of 7.
Oh, shit!
I was thinking of 7.
The energy was misdirected.
He's just picking up on
Locking.
No, recently. Oh my God, this one really freaked me out.
And that's funny that you said that because I was like, you said it. And I was like, oh, 7. And then you said 4. And I was like, oh shit. I was just, you know what? We're here.
And then
We're
I
connected.
said 7 and I'm closer to you. That
Yeah.
shit makes sense. No, so recently, Recently, Casey and I were looking at paint, and I walked up to him, and it was like the swatch wall. And I looked like at a random place, and I said the name of the paint in my head. And then, because Casey had been there already, so I came up to meet him. So he had already looked at the paint wall. And then I was like, oh, what about Sandstorm? And then he goes, what? Oh, no. My bad. I mixed it up. He ends up saying the paint name, and I was like, shut the fuck up, for real, because that's literally the paint that I just saw. And it wasn't like in a direct eyesight space. It was like more like off. And he was like, yeah, that's the paint that I had already picked before you came here. I was like, how the fuck did I know that?
You guys are in love.
That's maybe the thing.
And we're gonna go to the liquor store, and we're gonna get all the scratchies, and we're gonna play lotto, and I'm gonna need you to hover that pretty little hand of yours over everything and tell us what to pick.
You know what's crazy is the other day when I was shooting JK News, remember how I was doing the and I was doing that all day, and then we were talking about the sorry that my tits are small and humble, that part.
Yeah.
So after we shot all day, right? I get in my car. I kid you not. I turn on the radio,
No
and
way.
it's fucking that song, that part.
There's
No
no
way.
way.
And I was
That
like,
happens, man.
and I was like, yo, and like, luckily Gio was outside, like getting something from the car, and I rolled up next to her. I was like, listen to this.
Oh, shit.
Crazy.
That's always the best, dude. Do you remember back in the day with the cassette tape? I don't know if you guys ever did this, but the cassette tapes, I would record songs from the radio.
Yeah.
So I had but you had to anticipate which song was going to come on, because sometimes they don't tell you which song is next. And sometimes I just have like a feeling, and I'm like, this next song I want to record, and then I'll record, and it's like, boom, that song. I'm like, how the fuck do I know?
You're gonna get a lot of requests to go to Vegas after this. Like, I'm thinking about roulette.
I would never record on If I Had a Feeling. Just all my mixtapes had the, all right, y'all, so now we about to play we got the newest.
Just record.
Yeah, just
See what happens.
all my compilations just had the voices on them, bro.
Dude, and then I'd hate it when they would interrupt the song in the middle to like do their little shout outs, and I'm like, you ruined my song.
All of a sudden, it's Nikki Blades with K-Win Radio fucking the shit up.
I loved Sunday night slow jams. I love those. I love the dedications. My sister used to do that. My sister used to call the radio station all the time and get on air.
We didn't have Sunday night slow jams. We had Pocos Pero Locos.
Oh man!
Yes.
Speaking of which, did you know Tiff is from Downey?
Yeah.
Yes, I did know that.
You did know that.
And I was gonna bring this up earlier because in Paramount, right, when we were talking about the scary shit, there's an abandoned insane asylum.
I've been there.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hell no!
Yeah.
You done break? No. We all got to get cleansed.
That's-
after that
that's
shit.
actually
they
Downey.
follow you.
Oh, is it Downey?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in
it's
Downey.
right by St. Matthias.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's talking in your ear.
No, girl, this was I visited that place
They
in high
came
school.
with you. They are.
But talking in my ear was before high school.
Shit,
I was
you
like,
took them to the asylum
child.
then.
Yeah, man.
You forgot to drop them off.
You know, it was just different. It was like parallel universes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the spirits that you visited in the future were visiting you in the past. Let's take a shot.
yeah, fucking
Okay.
mind melt.
I was gonna say that because you know it was always people like, yo, you want to go to the insane asylum and like fuck. I'm like, no, fuck no, go no without me, go do that. But I would never go.
I went once
Did you?
Yeah. Was it during the day or night?
at night.
You're more brave than me because I went during the day.
I know it was at night. It was nothing happened, but just being in there, it just felt away. And then there were certain lights that were on.
Yeah.
Why the
Did
fuck
you
is
see
the
the
light
wall
on?
with the blood splatter?
Yes.
That shit is fucking.
Tell us
crazy.
about. Give us the deets.
It's just that I didn't go. We didn't go like inside the room, but through the window you could see, and it's just like blood on the wall or red paint. I don't know. It looked like blood.
It
to
did
me.
look like
Yeah.
blood.
I'm such a sissy. I wouldn't even. Oh God, nope. I would have sat outside crying in front of that thing before I go inside there. No.
The interesting part is if you go at night, when you come out, there's cops waiting for you.
Right.
Shut the
I don't
fuck
know.
up.
I don't know where they're sitting, but when you come out, they pull up on you, and that shit is scary at first because it's just lights, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? And then you hear it's the police. It's like,
I think
That's
they have,
even scarier.
Yeah.
That's even scarier.
we didn't know. Yeah,
I think
But,
they have security or something because a lot of people break in there.
There's
But-
so many stories.
So why
Seriously.
did you go?
Okay, so
I'm like,
so this one day, no, I'm just kidding. Okay.
no, do that.
Okay,
It sounds nice.
So this one day, I was in high school, right? And then this older dude that was friends with us, he ended up like texting me like, "Hey, I'm about to pick you up from school," and it was like in the middle of the school day, so I ended up ditching. So I was like, "Okay, cool." Yes.
Okay, this story's it's interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Taking a hot turn all of a sudden.
So you get picked up from school.
yeah, from this older man. For some reason, was it the two of us? I feel like there was one other person. I don't remember. But the point is, he was like, "Hey, we're going to go to the asylum." And I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
That's his first date.
I forgot what it was, though. I think we were bored. I just didn't
How do you
want
know
to
this?
be at school.
You know what? We're not going into those details. Wrong episode. So tell us about the assignment. We got to dig deeper later.
Oh, yeah. So then we end up pulling up. And this was before they did some extra maximum security situation to the asylum. It was still like more free. A lot of people would go in and out. And when we pull up, we enter the building, and immediately from the door that we opened, it's like the blood splatter wall. Like that's what I saw. And then there's just a whole bunch of graffiti, tons of scattered papers everywhere. And so as we were trying to walk through the building, there were some areas where there were no windows, so it was like pitch black. Ugh. And we didn't have flashlights, so I'm like, I'm not going down that corridor.
Pitch black in the middle of the day?
It was, because there's no windows. But it was like fully sealed.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. And then while I was in there, I just felt this crazy vibe where I'm like, there's some bad shit that happened here, and I couldn't put my finger on it. But we just kept walking, and then down that corridor that I didn't want to go through, the door starts slamming, and it was like, pa, 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 pa. And I was like, we're fucking out of here. So then I booked it. We're like, no. And then the guy still wanted to explore, and I'm like, peace out. No. So I ended up just waiting for him outside, and it was a really quick trip. It was just like, oh shit, what's going on? And I just hear that slamming door, and I'm like, no, that's it.
And then you couldn't find the guy, and you ask his mom. You're like, hey, is blah 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 still here? And you're like, and the mom's like, he died 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh. Like ghost bumps. I was about to say ghost bumps.
Ghost bumps.
Ghost bumps.
That reminds me of another story I've never told. It's not spooky, but the end gets eerie, right?
Okay.
So, wait, I've never told this story. This is part of the reason why I don't drive to this day, right?
Grab your popcorn, people.
Really?
A friend of mine, he just got a brand new truck, Avalanche. Remember when those were dope?
Yeah.
And not the one with the rubber on the bottom, the new one on 24s. He came to the crib stunting. He said, this shit fast too. I was like, let me drive it. Cool. So we pull off, I turn, and then there's like, I was at the street where it's an island right here. You can make a left turn or you can go out into the shit, right? So I'm about to left turn, and this lady's come from here, and she turns right in front of me, like she wasn't supposed to go.
Okay.
So I cut harder left so I avoid hitting her. But while I'm doing that, I'm panicking. I lift my foot off the gas. I go to hit the brake. I hit the gas.
Oh, shit.
Right? So I run up the curb. Boom, boom. Hit a fire hydrant. Boom, boom.
Oh, no.
There's a lady watering the grass out there. Almost hit her. She like gets out the way. We fucking get out the car. Water shooting all in the air and shit. I'm like,
That's
what the
dramatic as
fuck, right? So, of course, the police come and shit. So I'm explaining to them what happened. And they're like, it doesn't sound very likely. And I'm like, that's what happened. I'm like, bro, there's cameras. That's what happened. And it's like, I don't understand why someone would jump out in front of you. I'm like, that's what happened. So the lady who was watering her grass, she's like, sir, I saw the whole thing. That's what happened. Like, this lady came out in front of him, and that's what happened. So it got settled, right? But I also hit her mirror off of her car. So she was parked. I came up this way. I hit her mirror off her car and almost hit her. Right. So I'm like, all right, I got to pay for that. He's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I was like, nah, I mean, I have to pay for that. So she gives me her name and her number and she's like, okay, just call me. I'll let you know. Insurance, yada, 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 right? So I'm calling every day. Like, let me just get this handled. She never picks up. So I'm like, I remember the house. I'll just go over there because it's literally around the corner from where I was living. I go to the house, I knock on the door, and they're like, yeah, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for Maria. And they're like, who? I'm like, Maria, the older lady lives here. She drives the white Honda. But the Honda's not there anymore. It's like, no, nobody named Maria lives here. I was like, huh?
Oh shit.
So I'm like, this is the house. Like, I saw
Yeah.
she's watering this grass.
Yeah.
She went inside this gate.
Yeah.
This is the house. Never seen that lady again. I lived there for a long time after that. Never seen that car again.
What?
Never
Really?
seen her.
What about her info? Like her,
It doesn't say. I would call every day. She never picked up.
or like the insurance or whatever it is.
She didn't give me that. That's why she gave me the number.
Oh damn.
I was supposed to call to get that so that I could
What?
fix the shit. Yeah.
And the cops interviewed this lady.
Yeah.
That seems
fuck?
more like an
So I'm like,
like a little angel. She looked out for
yeah,
you.
exactly. I'm like, she was either an angel
Uh-huh.
or illegal. one or the other.
Or illegal angel.
Yeah, one of them.
She had that Earth visa.
Yeah.
She's like, my time here is up. I did my good deed. It's time
My
to go.
good deed. I
Yeah.
get my wings. I finally
I get my
my
wings.
I knew the fire hydrant story.
Yeah.
I never knew that aspect.
Wow.
I mean, I
Wow.
told you before, but it wasn't something I highlighted.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's very very
Crazy.
interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's that aspect of it too, which we
Yeah.
haven't touched on because we've been talking about all the evils of it,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because who said this? All the spirits are bad spirits.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because they could be here for good reason too,
Yeah.
or maybe they're just visiting, like Riggs. You know what I'm saying? Just to come testify real quick.
Yeah, help somebody out. Yeah, it was interesting.
I feel like every once in a while, I don't know if we decide to make it up or it's actually there when you lose somebody that you were close to and you feel them.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had that moment
that
where
has
you're
happened to me.
Yeah, sometimes I think my papa's around. Like, there's like little things that happen. I'm like, that's such a papa thing.
Oh, like
I-
that's your granddad?
Yeah, I call my grandpa Papa. So before he passed, we don't know really what was going on. He stopped speaking, drank a lot. So I know alcohol had a lot to do with it. And the one story, I don't know if I told this on why I don't drink by myself anymore in my house.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned that?
I don't think so.
The stairs.
Yeah, the stairs.
Yeah.
We talked about it. So there
Yeah.
was one day, and I was sober, but there was one day that I felt like I kind of fell down my stairs a bit, and something told me, you're gonna end up dying by yourself if you drink.
Oh God.
Yeah, like something was like, if you keep drinking by yourself, this is what's gonna happen, and no one's gonna find you. Because I kind of go MIA a lot. Like, if you care, like, you gotta pop up on me once in a while because I'll just disappear. I'll disconnect from everything.
Yeah.
But something told me, yo, you need to stop. This is what's going to happen. And ever since then, I was like, oh, my grandpa was looking out because that's who he drank a lot.
Yeah.
And the way that it came off, I was like, oh, okay, I got you. So there's certain things that I feel like he's around. Now, I don't know if I'm making that up, but if I am, whatever that was that told me to do that, I was like, thank you.
He
Yeah,
was the
it's
one that
helping
pushed
you.
you down the stairs.
To be like, it's stupid. You already know the accent. It's stupid. Oh, you like, keep drinking. You're like, die by yourself.
No, but you're talking about like people that have passed and then like somehow visiting you. So when I was 15, 14, I lived in Mexico for my entire 15th year. And during that time when I was out there, a schoolmate of mine had actually gotten killed. And he was 14 years old. He just got shot, like gang related stuff. And I had known this kid since elementary school. So for me, like that was like extremely shocking. That was the first person that I had ever known that was like somewhat close to me because we were like acquaintances and we had a lot of classes together and stuff. And so that was really like, it really affected me a lot. And so I remember I was crying when I found out from my friend when I was talking to her on the phone and she was like, yeah, Danny got killed. Like, it's crazy. And I remember being like that night I fell asleep and I was just so sad. I'm like, dude, 14 years old. Like, you have your entire life ahead of you, right? So I remember I was dreaming and it was all like, there was a lot of clouds and really like heavenly looking. And Danny popped up in my dream and he was like, hey Tiff, like I know we haven't talked in some time, but I just want to let you know, like I'm good, like don't worry about me, I'm okay. And I remember I was sleeping and at my sister's cousin's house and I was kind of like on the floor and I remember waking up. I opened my eyes and I saw the ceiling of that room. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I closed my eyes and I saw Danny. And then I opened my eyes and I saw the ceiling and I closed my eyes and I was like, how are you doing this? And he's like, I really needed to let you know that it's okay. Like, I'm okay. You're going to be okay. I'm in a better place and you can let me go.
Damn.
But that entire day, I was like, depressed as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But then like after having that experience, I'm like, I actually, the next morning I was like, what the fuck? Was that did I dream all that, or was that real or whatever? And then like I laid in that same spot and I was looking up and I was like, yeah, like I literally saw this exact same part of the ceiling.
Yeah.
And ever since then though, I was like, okay, Danny's good. He's
Like
okay.
a little bit of peace.
Yeah.
I 100% believe in all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was good.
Mhm.
We are at 1:33. We could talk for like another 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
Do I have time?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Today's talk has been so good. I didn't want to stop anyways.
Yeah.
I liked it. The vibe is cool. Good good energy.
Yeah, man. Like I definitely, when I pass, I definitely plan on like haunting people for fun.
Wait, what? That's if you're still on Earth?
If I'm still on Earth,
I feel like Tim's gonna get to wherever he goes and he's like, 1 minute. And then go up or go down or however it is.
Yo, if
Be
I
like,
had the
got
choice-
some unfinished business.
right, because there's so much shit, right? Because I definitely I do kind of believe in reincarnation, and I do believe in like past lives, but I also do believe in like heaven and hell, and like I believe like who's to say where we really end up, right? And like a lot of me, like a big part of me does believe in like different like spirits coming back and like past lives and all that. So in my head I'm like, yeah, man, I would love to just haunt people and just travel the universe as like a spirit if I could.
Actually, I want to ask you. So you say you lucid dream, right?
Yeah.
When you're lucid dreaming, have you ever tried to go somewhere else, like a different place on Earth?
Well,
I feel like Tim's just doing some weird shit.
I think there's levels to it, right? I'm not that comfortable lucid dreaming yet. I've barely really got a hold of like I'm gonna do some shit right now, because like the one time where every time I realize I'm lucid dreaming, I'm like, let me just fuck something dope. And I'm
that's why I was like,
Do you conjure shit up?
Yes.
Tight.
Okay. Well. Okay. Without getting too detailed into it, because we have before. Like the one time I realized, oh, okay, cool. I kept myself in this dream. I'm lucid dreaming. I'm like, I'm gonna try and fly, and then I flew, right? And then the next time where I realized, oh shit, I'm lucid dreaming, and I'm here with Chia in my dream for the first time. I'm like, we should have sex,
Choice.
right?
Yep.
And then another time when I was like, I'm lucid dreaming right now, and I'm in complete control. Like I'm completely aware of what's happening, and I'm like, I'm not even close to waking up. I was like, it's lit, and I was like literally in the middle of like smashing somebody, and I was turning her into different girls
Crazy.
mid smash, and I was like, yo, I want it to be Latina now. She turned to a Latina. I want it to be
Tim
Damn.
had superpowers.
Yeah.
it was amazing. I was literally flying around the room mid fuck, and it was and I knew I was dreaming, and I was like, I was able to be like, guys, look at me having a fucking orgy. This is amazing. Look at this. How cool this is. And so it's been very superficial, right? It's I have yet to been like, I'm lucid dreaming. Let's see what Barcelona looks like in the springtime. You know what
Or
I'm
like
saying?
visit other people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Have you done that?
I feel
No.
like people intrude on mine.
Oh,
I
me
get that. I feel like
too.
people will pop up. I really
Same.
do. I really do. I know I bring up my dad a lot, but that's the only person that gets it. And there are times where I'll say, did you talk to our grandma recently, his mom? And my grandma is known, as far as like in our culture, is to have the waha, so have mouth and like the power to speak, which you normally don't want to piss off those people because they talk bad things into your life. So when my grandma calls my dad, I normally get a dream because we don't speak anymore. So whenever we don't speak, she'll always ask my dad about me, but she'll pop up in my dream. So I'll call my dad and be like, did you talk to Gigi lately? And he's like, yeah, I just talked to her today.
Wow.
And I was like, how's she doing? Because she keeps checking up on me. I want to make sure she's okay. So there's I feel like people pop in. I don't pop into anybody else's.
But then how do you explain Kylie Jenner popping up in my dreams all the time?
You just
I was
want to
like,
go down on her.
Oh, wait, tell me, your dreams are way more interesting than I feel like I don't have sexy dreams.
Oh,
My
I'm
dreams
not
are
saying
not-
I have sex with her. It's for some
Well,
reason.
sexy. I didn't say sex.
Oh.
You fucking Kylie in your dream.
It's just Kylie Jenner being
She
like,
said, Let me
This
put
is what you need to do with your life.
No, not at all. I always have dreams that I'm like I'm somehow like BFFs with the Kardashians, but I don't even follow a single one. But they're always
telling you something.
I have no idea.
Maybe
but sometimes
they're doing that to us.
That's actually the thought I had, and I thought that was a crazy thought because I'm like, dude, they're so good at marketing. Did they figure some shit out? It sounds fucking crazy.
It plants like Tim's dreaming about sex. My family comes and visits me. You're getting advice from a Kardashian.
The 3 people that pop in my dreams randomly, and I'm like, why? Is Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, and Tim.
Yeah?
Whoa.
Tim.
Me?
Yes.
Fuck
What do
out
I
of
do?
her dreams, you fucking
No.
freak.
Wow.
I
We just
think
heard what he does in dreams. Tim.
that does not happen in my dreams.
Don't
by the
let
way.
me cross over
That
into
does
your
not
astral
happen.
plane, girl, because it's
Tim is like,
crazy.
oh, she's noticing me now. Wake up.
Because
that
I'm
does not
married,
happen.
but anything's allowed in dreams.
Dream me is single.
Not in my
fuck.
dreams. No, there's restrictions
you
in my
just
dreams.
see Chia in the background of the dream, like, don't do it. Don't do it. He's single. I don't know about you
No,
and how
I
your
snore
stuff
and
works.
fart to make sure she doesn't get too deep into the dream world.
No, and then the last time Tim popped up, you popped up with him.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Well-
but again, crazy shit.
What's Rick doing in your dreams?
So he was just he was just hanging out. So
Makes
this
sense.
last dream, which I told you about actually, was us somehow like being at some sort of house party or something, and then like he pops up, and then Rick was with him, and it was just us hanging out and just normal people shit, right? But the thing that really trips me out is that it happens frequently. So I'm like, that's why I was asking you. I'm like, do you visit people and shit? Because you pop up in my dreams like frequently.
Okay, here's what we'll do, okay? Next time, I'm going to really try and be like aware of my next dream. Now, I'm going to go to sleep watching JK News and look.
I think that's
okay,
why you
fine.
pop up in my dreams, because sometimes like I'll scroll through social media and you post frequently, and
Yeah.
especially with the algorithm, like because I had liked your stuff, like you pop up more. So I attribute it to that reason, that you just somehow are popping up a lot in my social media, whatever I consume, and that's why you visit me frequently in my dreams. But still, it's really weird.
Okay, next time, go to bed looking at my Instagram. I'll go to bed watching JK News. And then we'll see if we can link up our dreams, and then we'll talk and see if it's the same shit that happened.
No, and then the last dream too, I was, the house party was at your place, which I had never been to, and I just knew somehow without ever anyone saying it, but that we were in Paramount, so your parents' house, where I was like, weird. I don't know why it happens, but that happens sometimes.
Who knows, man?
And then also going back to how you're saying you have sex in dreams and stuff, I had always wanted to somehow make that happen, but I'm way too fucking loyal in my dreams. So one time, dude, young Brad Pitt was in my
Damn.
dream.
Or old
and-
Benjamin Button.
Or that. No, dude. So he was in my dream, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's so hot!" And he was hitting on me, and I was like, "No, I'm married."
Damn.
And then I woke up, and I'm like, "Fuck, that was a
Well,
dream."
maybe that's a part of your fantasy. Maybe you like
Yeah, you're
that
naughty.
little
Peter.
play, and then you go. Maybe you should do that with your man. Have him pretend to not be your husband, and then you guys play like that.
Or just have him pretend to be cool with you doing stuff with other guys.
Oh, he's cool with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, like he says, like, yeah, like that's kind of a fantasy, and I'm like, really?
Oh, like he'd be down to maybe watch.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
But I mean, I don't know how accurate that is to date, because this was a while back.
Ah.
But he had expressed that in the past, so I'm like, well, that's interesting. But I'm way too fucking loyal for that.
I wake up pissed when that happens to me in my dreams. When I'm about to have a sex dream, I'm like, we can't. I'm married or what. I'm like, and I'll wake up. I'm like, it was a dream. Oh, I could've went.
That was me with Brad Pitt. I was like,
Rick, have you ever?
I always cheat in my dream. No, I'm just playing. It depends on how the dream is, because sometimes I dream about my actual life.
Yeah.
So in that situation, I'll refrain. But if it's not my actual life,
Like a
I'm
fantasy
fucking everything. Whatever I can.
striving to get to that point.
I never remember the sexy dreams. Boo! I need to do better.
Yeah,
Better.
just watch a bunch of No Chaser episodes before you go to sleep, and then see what happens.
So you want me to dream about myself? You want me to dream about me?
I was lost for a second.
Right. I was like,
Wait,
you want me to watch our own stuff?
he's talking about us.
I
Yeah.
know. Clearly, I was like, I'm still going to probably dream about myself. I'm such a narcissist. I probably would.
You think you
probably
think
would.
you're the sexiest host of this
Oh,
podcast?
of course not. It's you, Rick.
Definitely Rick.
Of course
it's
not.
100% Rick.
Do you see the amount of effort I have to put in for the sexy? You
Yeah,
just
I'm
look, you're a
chilling.
fucking spam can and you're killing
and my
it.
tits are fucking awesome.
Right. Your P and your M is popping right now.
There
You're
we
good.
Well, Tiff, is there anything you want to leave us with? Anywhere we can find you? Anything we should anything we should know about?
Well, my Instagram is at real_Tiff. Our family channel is Tiff and Case, and that's where you can see. And also, Big Mood. Hello, we just had Nikki there yesterday, so look out for that episode. It's gonna be real fun. Also, I'm on JK News. I host JK News. So
For sure. And we about to play Truth or Drink with Tiff and Nikki in a little bit. If y'all are watching on Patreon, check that out.
Thank y'all.
All right, y'all. Thank you again for watching this spooky episode of the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Rick.
I'm Nikki. You guys do the names better. What is
Okay.
it supposed to be?
Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Don't eat candy if
Oh,
it's
God.
unwrapped and
Or full of razor blades.
or full of razor blades.
Yep.
Wear
your mask.
Wear
Wash your
wear
hands.
mask.
Yep.
Whether you're trick or treating or not. Bye.
bye.